Internships are a great way for you to gain some real-world experience and test out whether a particular career field or industry is the right fit for you. But sometimes finding an internship that meets your needs can be challenging. So in this video, we'll walk you through how to use Handshake to identify internships that meet your needs and priorities so that you can apply for an internship that's right for you. We're going to cover two different ways that you can use Handshake to search for internship positions. First, using the search terms, and second, using the collections filter. So stay tuned to learn more about how to find the internship you're looking for on Handshake. The first thing that we're going to do is pull up Handshake on your web browser. I prefer using a browser to the mobile app when I'm searching for positions on Handshake just because I think it's easier to view options. Now, if you prefer the app, that's okay. It's also pretty easy and will follow a similar process. So if you go to the myapplications.microsoft.com where you're able to see all of your Berry apps, you're going to click on this green H for Handshake, and this will take you to Handshake's homepage. The homepage is going to look like a social media feed. We're not going to use anything on this homepage right now. You're going to go to the jobs listing in that left-hand menu bar. So once you get to jobs, you're going to see different positions that are recommended to you based on what's in your Handshake profile. Let's look for an internship, and we're going to use the search terms first to find the internship. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go up here to our search function, and I'm able to type in different internships. I'm going to type supply chain because that's the type of example we're going to use for this search process. So what Handshake's going to do is it's going to show me all of the types of positions that meet supply chain in those keyword descriptions, and then I can use these other filters up here to filter out where that internship is located. So let's say I'm looking for a supply chain internship around the Atlanta area, and I'm going to look for a summer internship, so I want it to be in person. The first filter that I can use is internship. Now you could just type internship into this search bar, but I think you end up with more accurate results if you use the internship filter. And then we are going to say on site on where you'll work because I don't want anything that's going to be remote or hybrid. I want something on site. And then I'm going to type in my location filter, Atlanta, and it will automatically show me options for Atlanta, Georgia, and then I can select how many miles away. So we can just leave this to 50 miles right now. So the first thing that I see pop up is this supply chain intern with Procter & Gamble. And then if I scroll through the options, I'm able to see some other summer intern opportunities like this one with Racetrack. There's one with the International Rescue Committee that's going to be for the spring semester, and a lot of supply chain internships coming up. So once you're able to click on an internship that you're interested in, you can view how long ago that was posted. So if there's an internship that was posted like a year ago, they're probably not still taking applications for that internship. My guess is that someone at their company forgot to take down the listing. But anything that's been posted in the last couple of months is going to be most likely still open, and many of them will have an application deadline listed. You'll also be able to see how much they pay. This one's a pretty lucrative internship, and what locations they're based out of. So they do have an option in Jackson, Georgia, which is within those filters that we were looking at. And then if you continue to scroll down, you can see the job description, the company description, and what they're looking for, as well as a link to apply externally. Typically, that takes you to the employer's website. So that's one way that you can start that search. You can use other search terms that narrow it down a little bit more specifically, but I do recommend beginning with a pretty broad search based on the type of internship you're looking for so that you can end up with more results and then filter it down from there. Now, one of the really cool filters that I want to draw your attention to is this Berry Collections. We're going to use the Berry Collections filter in just a minute to start that internship search all over again. But if I want to search for a supply chain internship within a particular industry, I am able to narrow down the industry that that internship is in based on what's in our Berry Collections. So our office at the CPPD has gone through and sorted out lots of different employers into the different industries that they're in. So supply chain is a type of process that's involved in lots of different industries. So if I'm interested in something like STEM or healthcare or government, I'm able to select those industries. Let's just select business, finance, and entrepreneurship for the sake of this search. And this will narrow down to 3 different opportunities within our industry collections that also meets the supply chain search term, my location filter, my on-site filter, and the fact that this is an internship. And once again, the internship with Racetrack pops up, and we have had Barry students do internships with Racetrack in the past, so this would be a really cool opportunity. Some other options that you can use to filter down would be, if you scroll down, you're able to see, is this a paid or unpaid internship? That's awesome too. Did you know that you can even do an academic internship and get paid for it? So there is this misconception that if you're going to get credit, you can't have a paid internship, but you absolutely can. There is nothing in our academic catalog that stipulates you cannot do that. Other types of filters that you can use would be the specific type of job role, or once again, the industry, but our collections is a good way to narrow that down too. I don't recommend adding the particular major in here. Most of the time, internships aren't going to limit their opportunity to a specific major, so there's not really much that you can gain from that. Let's clear off all of these filters and we'll go through a different option for finding a supply chain internship. So the one that we're going to start with this time is Barry Collections. I just showed you Barry Collections to narrow things down by industry. But if you click on Barry Collections, you're going to be able to see how we've categorized employers. Now, some employers are listed in multiple collections, and we do also have LifeWorks Job and our community and industry partners listed in here as options. So if you're not interested in a particular industry, but you want to find an internship with an employer that's part of our community and industry program, you can click community and industry, off-campus jobs or internships, and look at results there. I do recommend that you still click internship as a filter because that's going to filter out the opportunities that are part-time jobs, and then you're able to see what's left. If you want to narrow things down, like let's say we want to look at supply chain, I can once again type in supply chain up here, and it's going to apply those existing filters we already have so that now I see a supply chain internship with Mohawk popping up because Mohawk is one of our community and industry partners. And then we'll see some other options listed on the side as well. So I'm going to clear out that supply chain filter and go back to our Barry Collections. I'm going to clear this out. Let's say once again we're interested in a supply chain internship, but maybe we want to do something related to, I don't know, government law and public policy. Let's see if we find something there. So if I start with this collection, it's going to end up showing me all of the internships that are available within that particular industry. This will not limit that just to supply chain. So what I can then do is go back to my search bar and type in supply chain again, and this will narrow it down. So there actually is one internship that's available for spring 2025 with the International Rescue Committee, which is a nonprofit. That's why it's listed here. And this is going to be a supply chain internship. So whether you're starting with the search terms or starting with our collections filters and viewing things by industry or by our community and industry partnerships, using Handshake to find internship opportunities makes it really easy to narrow down internships that are going to meet your needs and qualifications. So don't be afraid to play around with some of these filters, particularly filters on whether or not the opportunity is paid or what location it's in. These are really great ways to narrow down positions so that you're not wasting your time sorting through a bunch of results that you're not actually interested in applying for. So as you can see, once you learn how to use search terms and filters like the collections, it's not that difficult to identify internship opportunities on Handshake. Now, if you're not seeing the type of opportunity you are really looking for in the results, there could be a couple of things happening here. First of all, it might not be the right timing for internship hiring cycles for the particular type of position or industry that you're interested in. Or it could be that the type of employer you're really wanting to work for isn't on Handshake or posting opportunities there. So Handshake is a great place to start looking for internships, but it's not the only place that you can look. Use your network. Think about faculty or friends of the family that you might know who may be able to connect you with opportunities in their field. Or use platforms like LinkedIn or industry-specific job boards to find opportunities too. But once you start searching on Handshake, you're going to be well on your way to identifying internship positions to meet your career goals. And as always, if you need any help trying to find an internship or other opportunity to help you meet your professional goals or needs, feel free to reach out to us here at the CPPD. We're happy to help.